Hi guys, how are you doing? My name's Keith. I've been training with James for a long time, 14, could be 15 years, hence the retro t-shirt or the retro hoodie. And obviously in these times where we're all having to stay in, do the right thing, make sure this virus doesn't spread, we're all doing some training at home because it's very important. It's important to keep your mind healthy as well as your body, and a bit of exercise can help. And obviously James and Zilla, the guys at Masters are doing quite a bit on their website, and I spoke to him and he asked me if I could do a little video on maybe some kettlebell stuff, because I'm a kettlebell instructor as well. And so yeah, here we are. Welcome to my garage gym, Keith's Courage Corner. It's just a normal garage, and I've kitted it out with lots of different things, but today obviously we're going to concentrate on the kettlebell. So what you'll need for this training is a kettlebell, maybe a towel and some hydration, water, and yeah, let's get into it. So essentially what we're going to do is we're going to do like some exercises that are very good for your posterior chain. That's all the muscles of the back, so the old booty and the hamstrings, and some back muscles. And we'll do some pressing work as well, which is good for the shoulder, and we'll do some squat work as well, which obviously is good for the legs. And we'll do that with the idea of doing complexes. So the complex is we do a certain amount of reps of one exercise, then we do a certain amount of reps for the other exercise, we do a certain amount of reps for another exercise, then we rest for a predetermined amount of time. And you can go as hard or as fast as you like. And what I'll do is maybe I'll do a little warm up. Once I've done a little warm up, what I'll do is I'll go through the complex with some tips on the actual exercises themselves. And I might go through that maybe 2-3 times, and you can follow along and you can do it 2 or 3 times depending on what we do here. And then it's up to you. You can carry on and do as many rounds or as many sets as you like. So we'll get into it. What we're going to do first of all is we're going to warm up our shoulder girdle, the muscles in the shoulder and the joints in the shoulder, get some joint fluid, some synovial fluid flowing in through those joints. And we're going to do that with an exercise called the halo. So you've got to pick your kettlebell up upside down, okay? Shake out the leg, and it's literally, you're just going to put it around your head a number of times. Should we say 5 times this way? Really quite tight in. Keep your butt tense, because that helps to save your lower back. Be round the other way, yeah? And then the other way, but now you can kind of let it draw up a little bit further, because what you're doing is you're warming up, and that's increasing your range of motion. The other way, I'm not actually counting these reps. No, I said 5, that could have been 6, might have been 3. So as I said, I'm not going to go through a ton of things here. What I'm going to do is just introduce you to some of the exercises and like a little follow along. So you can do that for as many rounds or sets as you want. Keep you, depends on how cold it is. It's freezing in here right now. It's supposed to be the first day of summer. It's Baltic. So more warming up might be required. And obviously depending on your age and your fitness levels and what you feel like doing that day. So the next thing we're going to do is we're just going to stand with the kettlebell between our legs, and we're going to hold on to it. We're going to just bend forward. We're going to kind of sit back as we bend forward and keep our lower backs flat. Reach down until you get the kettlebell, and we're going to just stand up. And these are called kettlebell deadlifts. So you should be feeling this, like I am right now, in the hamstrings. Number of times. Get yourself nice and stretched out. There you go. Okay. And maybe the good old star jump, that kind of gets your whole body moving as well, get the heart and lungs going. So those 2 exercises there are only really the beginning of a warm up. You can do as much as you like. You've all been training with James for a number of months or years in some cases, so you'll know the kind of thing that he'd advocate for a warm up. But those 2 exercises This one's called the halo, and then the kettlebell kind of stiff-legged deadlift. Helps to open up the back and open up the shoulder joints, which are the muscles that we're going to use today. So, the first exercise we're going to do is the kettlebell swing. And we're going to do 10 reps. I'm going to face the kettlebell this way so that you can see how that works. So the first exercise is the kettlebell swing, and here we are. Won't really talk too much through it. The idea is that the kettlebell is rising due to the fact that your power through your hips is causing it to do so. It's not what I see quite often when people do kettlebell swings. It is, I can't even do it in all honesty. It's not a squat on it's like a squat on a shoulder raise. It's not that. You're bending at the hip. It's a hinging exercise. You're hinging at the waist. So rather than this, it's this, and you're sitting back and you're feeling it in these hamstrings and in this butt. So, out of breath myself now. So, talking whilst doing it. So, that's the first exercise, the kettlebell swing. The next exercise we're going to do is the kettlebell press. As I say, this is a 16. You can use whichever weight you feel comfortable with. And we're going to clean it up. You can clean it up like this. Yeah, which is very much like a swing, but you get the one-handed swing, but you get the kettlebell to here. Or, if you're not sure that you want to do it that way, get hold of it with two hands, pistol it up. When I say pistol, it's like you're holding a pistol to here. And the press, tense your butt, tense your quads tight, take a breath in like someone's going to front kick you in the stomach, press it up, press it up. The breathing for this would be like this. So you're holding your breath as you press. You watch all the power lifters when they train, they're holding their breath when they press or push or squat or pull. Makes them a lot more powerful. Intra-abdominal pressure, but we'll go into something about that another time. So, press it up. If you want to swap hands now, two hands to here. Press it up. And that's the press on both sides. The other exercise we're going to do in this complex is kettlebell front squat or a goblet squat. The reason it's called a goblet squat is because you're holding the kettlebell as though it's a goblet. Now I'm going to turn that light out, see if that makes a difference. Oh hi, there you are. So you can see me a little better, or I can see you. Anyway, the goblet squat. Swing it, catch it. Now you're holding it like a goblet. I'll come a little bit closer and you'll see. Like a goblet. Another way you can hold it, you can hold it like this. That is actually the way I prefer to hold it because it just sits in your hand nicely and you can tuck your chin on top. So we're going to do some goblet squats. Let's put it down again and get into that goblet squat position. Catch it. If you can't catch it, two hands like a pistol grip again, swing it back, get it to here, transfer it. So, squats. Take a nice, as you can see, slightly shoulder width, sorry, slightly bigger than shoulder width stance. So I do it, depends on your flexibility. My toes are slightly pointed outwards. It's just how I do it with my hips. But some people will do it with their feet straight. I know James squats very well with his feet pointed forward. So try this. We're going to come down. And when we first start, we can actually stay in this position. Oh, don't fall over. Stay in this position and just push our hips out. Nice little stretch in the hips. think you might have seen one of the videos that James did recently where he was doing this, obviously, but without the kettlebell, where the kettlebell makes you sit into it really nicely. So squats. You can hear some creaking. I can at this end. That'll be my knees. There you go. Whew. So those are the exercises. We're going to do some swings. We're going to do some presses, obviously on each side. We're going to do some squats. And we'll do that as a complex. And if we say 10 reps for the swings, and we say 10 reps for the presses, well, that'll be 5 on each hand, obviously with the transition in the middle. And then we can do, things falling off my shelves, never mind. We can do another 10 reps for the squats. So it's a 30 rep complex, a little 1 minute rest, or whatever you want really. Maybe a 90-second rest, depends on your fitness levels. Or you could just go straight back into it. I know some of you MMA killers, kickboxing murderers, you could do that. So let's get into that. I'll run through it a couple of times with a minute in between. Maybe I'll do it 3 times round, see how well I feel after that. And then it's yours. You can take it away and you can do whatever you want with it. So obviously, I don't think, in all honesty, you can train without any music. So I'm going to go for something here. Just got to log into the machine again because it's died. This is one of my little boy's favourites. Obviously the usual technical glitch, right? This is one of my little boy's favourites. So I always like to keep him happy. So we're going to go with this. Everyone likes a bit of Mongolian metal, right? Okay, so first exercise, guys, was the swing. I'm going to do it straight on. 10 reps. Sit back, feel it in your hamstrings and in your glutes, and push your chest up high, like you're trying to arch your lower back, and that will keep it flat. Swings. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Place it down. Now we're going to do the presses. Get it to here as you want. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Place it down, other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Place it down with 2 hands if you need to. Now we're going to do the squats. We're going to do 10. However you get it up to here safely is what you need to do. Do 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, minute's rest. And the way I do a minute's rest is this. The old timer. Looks like we're getting a lot more than a minute's rest because I wasn't prepared here, was I? Okay, minute's rest. Okay, during that minute, sip of water, tell yourself down. Maybe I'll try and keep moving. Even if maybe a light shadow box, some knees. Yeah? Something to just keep you in a moment. Don't get too cold, especially today. As I said, today it's supposed to be the first day of summer. Oh, what happened here? Jab, jab, yeah, see? Jab, cross, jab. Oh, nice kick there. Who knew, eh? Must have been taught well. Okay, we've got 5 seconds left. Start that some music again, because I like it a lot. Oh, there you go, look. Right on cue. So, swings. If I go this way this time, you better see how the swing works. 1, 2. Lower back nice and flat. 4, 5, could be 6, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Perfect. Place it down. Now I'm going to get it up the 2-hand way now. The kettlebell, that is. Here we are. Place it 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Little swing exchange. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2 hands, or onto the bell. Once you have your fingers underneath it, to the floor. We're going to squat. Okay, for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Lean back, touch on your chest. Take on the handle. Both hands. Put it down. Cool. Cheating now, aren't I? Set timer for a minute. And then move your kettlebell to the side, and maybe you can do a little bit more shadow boxing if you want, or some arm circles for the shoulders, the message get into the joints that you want them warm. Elbows very important as well, so this kind of movement is very good for the elbows. Keeps the elbows nice and moist. What a wonderful word, right? Moist. So knees as well. If you want to just keep yourself nice circles with the knees during this sort of rest time. Ankles again very important. Stretch back on the ankle. Sure, I don't need to tell any of you how to do any of this. Oh, and I think it's our go again. So start the music. My favourite, Mongolian metal. We start with swings. Sit back, feel it in the hamstrings. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. No transition this time. Or no pause between transition. 2, 3, 4, 5. Other side. 1, 2, 3. Tense that butt. 4, 5. No break in transition. Catch it. This way. Squats. 10. 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 all. Okay. Oh, put it down. See how I nearly dropped it there. So, basic fitness with the kettlebell there. Just stop music, sorry. So, gets you quite out of breath, especially if you are as unfit as I am at the moment. But essentially, there we've used the swing, which gets our posterior chain, so our hamstrings and our glutes, our lower back, and even when you're pulling it down, some of the lat muscles, either side, and the back muscles, really hits your grip quite hard. The other thing that we did was the press, which is very shoulder dominant, but lots of triceps again grip. A lot of people think that the press is just a shoulder exercise. It's not. Remember I said for you to tense your butt. If you tense your butt, tense your abs, as though James is going to front kick you straight in the gut, it becomes a full body exercise, and it's much more powerful, and you'll press a lot more weight. Obviously this is not what we're here for at the moment. Pressing weight is more of a cardiovascular workout with some muscular involvement. But there you go, you can press a lot harder if you make it a full body exercise. And lastly, we did the squat, the goblet squat, called the goblet squat because you're holding the kettlebell upside down like a goblet of fine wine. So very quad dominant, but some glutes in there as well. And believe it or not, because it's out in front of you, you're using your core more than you really think you are. And again, maybe some arm in there as well because you're having to hold it up. But it's a lot of core, a lot of glute, lots of quads, some hamstrings. So so there you go, guys. That was 3 rounds of that complex. You can do a number of things to make it more difficult. You can increase the number of reps you do. So rather than working in 10s and 5s, or just 10s as we did today, you can up that rep rate. I wouldn't talk about getting too heavy and going too high up. We don't want 30s and 40s because you're going to fatigue your muscles too much, and then we're worried about injury. So 20 maybe top rep for this, and then the last thing you need, and just a minute. Small technical glitch there, sorry. I don't know whether it paused or not there, but here we are, we're back. So yeah, 20 reps tops, and once you've done 20 reps, you can start increasing the amount of rounds you do, or just increase the amount of rounds, which obviously essentially increase the amount of reps you're going to do anyway. I've got lots more. If James likes this and you guys like this, I can do some more stuff. Maybe go into more detail about how to do each exercise, because although it seems fairly simple, they're actually quite complex. Some of the things that you need to do, the tiny little nuances of each exercise are actually quite complex. So that's it for today. Oh, as to say that that was 3 rounds, but you can do as many rounds as you like. You can follow along with me, or you can, you know the exercises, you can do them as often as you like, and as many rounds as you like. So that's it for today. I'll get this sent over to James, and hopefully you guys will like it. And if you do, fantastic, and you want some more, I can do it, not a problem. So until then, stay safe, guys, stay in, and stay well. See you soon.